Hello everybody and welcome into PristineFrog Guides. That's right, today is our first official video on our new rebranded channel of PristineFrog Guides. All of our gaming content is now over on a new channel, PristineFrog Gaming. I wanted to ensure that all of our content was going to the proper audiences and not being mixed and matched, and also to help the YouTube algorithm out. And you can help it out too by making sure you hit that subscribe button. Yeah, do that for me. I'll wait. Just kidding, let's go. Anyway, in the last video, we talked about the basic setup of Streamlabs on the mobile app. Now, these are for Android only, guys. I do not have an iOS. I do not know what works and does not work for iOS. There's so many limitations on iOS. I apologize. So let's get on with it. Today we are going to talk about a few advanced applications, and by advanced applications I mean basic applications that are, slightly harder to do. So the first thing that you want to make sure you do before we go on and continue with this is you want to come into your little settings here, and oops, not that. And you want to make sure that you have the advanced settings activated. That way you have access to the editor. And then we're going to come over here to Stream Settings, and we're going to go to Audio. Now, for most of the things to work in here, you are going to need to come down here to Audio Source. Hopefully you have an Android 10 or newer operating system on your Android. Go ahead and click that, and you're going to want to type in or hit the internal plus camcorder, because you're going to want to talk to people. If not, then just hit the internal audio. But make sure you use the internal plus camcorder for most use cases, because you're going to want to talk. Okay, so we have that on there and activated, and we are good to go. Now, one of the biggest questions that I get on here is, for some reason, you have a camera on your screen right here instead of your screen. Now, obviously, mine doesn't have it, because if I press stream now, then Android will stop my recording, and then I can't do the video. So let's go back into the editor real fast. If you have the camera right here instead of the screen, just delete it. Over here in the top right hand corner, hit the layers, add layer, and go down to share screen. It's the second one from the bottom. And then you should have your screen on there, and it should ask you every time, hey, would you like to start your sharing screen now? And say yes for that to count. Now, for the other big question is the audio. How are you getting your music to your stream if you are streaming with music? Now, we do have internal audio captured. The problem with that is that Android captures the internal audio, all of it at the same exact level, which means that nothing you do is going to change the volume. And most of the apps that you use to stream music are not going to be able to change the volume at all unless you change all of your volume. That includes game audio, your sound alerts, everything's going to get changed at the same time. I have found one workaround for this on Android, and that workaround is called the VLC Media Player. If I remember, I put it is right here. Now, why does this app work and all of the other music apps do not seem to work? It is a simple fact of the equalizer that they have in here. It has a preamp. So let's go ahead and check this out. We're going to go to our favorite Stream Beats music, and we're going to press play. Okay, so here we go. We have the music playing. Let's pause that. Okay, so the music is playing. This is what you're going to see when you start the music. Now, to change the volume of what everybody's going to hear when they're listening, you're going to come up to the top right of the play screen right here. You're going to go right here, go to the equalizer, the preamp. The preamp is the only way you can actually change the volume that the internal capture is going to be capturing the audio at. So, obviously, that's going to be very loud. And we stream with it way down here. And this seems to be like the perfect level for when you're streaming and listening to your music that it actually captures where it's not too loud for the players, it's not too loud for you, not players, the viewers, and it's not too loud for you, and you get that perfect little mix of music compared to your voice, compared to the game audio. So nice and down low with that preamp. Now, other apps do have the preamp, but this is the only one that I've found that actually lowers the internal volume. Just saying, it is pro. It is a lovely feature, and make sure you're using a headphone. If you're not using Bluetooth headphones, something's wrong. Now let's talk about the music. Obviously, as you saw, we are using Stream Beats from Senpai Records, aka Mr. Harris Heller himself. Beautiful music. It is all free. It is all glorious, and I will leave a link down below in the description so that you guys can go and get that yourself. Okay, let's say you want to add a camera. Let's go to add layer. We're going to go add camera. This should be the first one up and running here, and we will put that camera down there in the bottom left-hand corner. Let's check that out, and we will flip the camera. Bam! We have a face cam. Now, you can't really do that with the iOS devices, but there we go with the Android. And I used to stream just like this for games on mobile back when we were in person for school. Every time we go through a break, I would just come into the library and stream in between classes just to have fun and release all of the annoyance of being in class. Okay, so, not everybody's cool with showing the face cam, and that's fine. You don't have to be a face cam streamer. You could be a little VTuber. You can have a little character down there, which brings us to the next part, adding in your custom items. Now, this is the first thing I do because let's say that you want to engage your audience through SoundAlerts, which, by the way, you do not have to be a Twitch affiliate to use the SoundAlerts. Let's go to add URL. Now, I've already copied my URL from SoundAlerts, which hopefully I will block that out and you guys can't see my actual SoundAlerts tag here. Now, the problem with this is that there is no way to resize what shows up on the screen right there. It's you see how it's not proportioned right. It's just not going to work. They don't work, guys. Sorry. Make it small in one corner like that. And now, even though the alert doesn't pop up on the screen,
a few moments later,
you can hear it on the actual stream. So you're fine.
a few moments later.
Boom. Now, the problem with this is you have to get your stream key through the web page, and you also are going to have to change the volume of everything. So if we go into our little dashboard here on mobile, we're right here. If you are streaming from mobile, you really need to pay attention to the master volume. I would leave it somewhere around 30 to 50% max. And that's because it's going to come through very, very loud for all of your viewers and for you. And you want to be careful. Now, if it's too low, you can start turning it up by 5s or 10s. The other item is, like, if there's a certain sound that comes out really, really loud, like sometimes the creeper is really loud or something, you can come in here and turn down the individual volumes by themselves as well, and that will help out. It takes a lot of fidgeting to get it just right. It's not as easy as getting the music to play at a proper volume. So we've covered so far adding in your music. We've added in sound alerts. Now let's add in more things for the overlay. So here's the overlay. Once again, we have the sound alerts up in the top right corner or top left corner. Let's add in the widgets. So we have the alert box already. Donation goal. You can add in a donation goal through Streamlabs webpage, or you can use the new Twitch one, which I prefer myself, which means just how we added in the URL for a custom item for the sound alerts, you're going to have to do that for your Twitch stuff. But let's say we want to add in the chat box. This is my favorite thing to do, and it's also one of the most annoying things to do. And I'll show you why right now. On mobile, it's very hard to get these to be sized properly. So as you see here, it's going to pop up just fine. That little chat bubble right there is not going to be there. So as we can see there, we have chat on screen. And it's just going nice and perfectly fine, right? You see the name is cut off a little bit. That's fine. The main content, no matter how much they type, is going to always be on the screen. You're going to see all of it. It might look something like that if they're typing really long sentences, but I find that I love having the chat on screen. It makes your stream feel a little more alive and professional, I guess, is what I would term it as. Just because we're on mobile does not mean we need to be limited. So let's also keep going here. Let's add in another widget. Now, this is my secondary channel. This one's not really going to show very much or anything at all, I don't think. The event list. The event list is basically just who has subscribed to you, who has done this, who has done that, and it shouldn't show anything, I don't believe, because we don't really have anything on this channel. But as you see here, we have followers and stuff like that. Sorry, that was kind of loud. And as you see, it's not showing anything up here at the top right. This stuff is very old on my channel. It only shows it the last like 30 days worth of stuff. So you're not going to see very much stuff unless you're actually using your channel and getting stuff shown. So if we go back to the editor here, we can see layers again. Let's go ahead and add in, just for giggles, you don't have to do this, we're going to add in a face cam here. And we will throw that guy down here in the bottom right-hand corner and right there. So there we go. There's a face cam looking nice and ugly. Okay. And then let's go ahead and add in a custom item. Now, I play on SMPs for Minecraft, right? So I play on servers. Let's go ahead and upload an image from device. We're going to go to our photos, Bedrock SMP. So here is the logo for the Bedrock SMP. Now, sometimes things don't like to move. They'd rather adjust their sizes instead, so be careful about that. And there we go. We have the Bedrock or Bust logo at the top there. We also have our face cam right here working for us as well. Now, not everybody's comfortable with face cam, so another option you can do instead of a face cam is you can get a icon or a emote that is your favorite. So if we go back to custom item, we can go to upload another image from device. We go back to download. So there we go. We can put that down over there. And if we click on that, resize that. And there. So instead of a face cam, we have another little logo going for us there. And people can see that. Now, this is a perfectly fine setup for a stream to be working and going. You know, it is what it is. And there we have it. We have everything in place and ready to go. We have chat. We have some items that you can add in. And there's plenty of other stream labels accessible to you. And you can do whatever you want with custom URLs and whatnot. I hope that this video helps you guys. If you have any questions at all, please be sure to let me know, okay? If you guys have any questions whatsoever, drop them down below in the comments. And I'll also include the link to my gaming channel. Please go over and leave a sub over there as well. Help me grow that channel back out again, because I wanted to keep my content separate. So if you like gaming, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Warzone, you know, other mobile games, hit me up. Later, guys, and enjoy!